Hi there. Beautiful day. Venice Beach. The veritable edge of Western civilization. Yet again. Today is Wednesday. Mercury Day. And, you know, we're in the middle of the Mercury retrograde period. Great time for inner communication. It's October 22nd. So, what's going on? I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah, I do. The news is weird. That's what's going on. A fair amount of craziness. And tomorrow there'll be a total solar eclipse, or excuse me, a partial solar eclipse here.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Right before we go on air. So that should be interesting. New moon in Libra. Oh, new moon in Scorpio, sorry. So eclipse. Eclipses are energetically, you know, when the sun, moon, and Earth are lined up or in alignment. The Earth's plates. Oh, geez, that's yawning. I wonder what that is. The Earth's plates do a little flux, and it can be, you know, an increase in earthquake activity and all that kind of stuff. There has been some solar flares happening today. There's a M-class solar flare happening. Last weekend there was an X-class solar flare happening, and it caused a series of geomagnetic storms. And I'm kind of studying this stuff right now, so it's kind of interesting to see how it plays into world events and also our personal experiences. It's supposed to be a really good time for dreams, visions, and certainly a great time for meditation. And to be writing a book. Yeah. So this is a painting that we finished yesterday. I don't remember if we finished it while we were on air or what, but certainly right thereafter, and then I posted it on YouTube, I mean Facebook. Yeah, this piece is called Next Steps, ? And it's about, it seems like I know a lot of people that are going through some major life changes right now that are certainly at a loss for what the next step is, I being one of them. And it has to do with attachments and, you know, tearing up roots to grow, to keep growing, to move forward, and because that's what's healthy. So it's my big hair girl. No photographs, please. If you've taken a photograph, please erase it. Thank you. Some people just don't get it that I'm selling photographs of my work. So if you take a photograph of my work, that's kind of like, without my permission, it's kind of like theft. Got the big piece. This garbage can.
Why do it?
It's called learning to fly. Like if someone to give you an idea, could you just like,
Yeah.
because that's how most album covers like
Yeah, right.
these days.
Isn't that simple?
That is Sempiternal. That's crazy. It's just like their album cover. This is. What did you say? Oh, like we play music. And a lot of the metal bands we listen to have designs like these two middle ones you have on like their album covers, and it sort of caught my eye. Yeah, that sort of book is called Sacred Geometry. Sacred Geometry.
Everything can be like triangle, triangle, triangle. You just have to look at it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's nice.
I'm surprised you didn't recognize that.
Why are you surprised I didn't recognize it? So you're a heavy metal band? Well, I play everything. Me and him used to be in a heavy metal band together, but he's doing his own stuff with another band. I'm doing my own stuff as well. Mine is sort of like a fusion of like the traditional heavy metal with like a whole bunch of extra stuff. So it goes from heavy metal to like jazz. It's pretty weird. I don't know. I do like a lot of interesting stuff. It's a lot better that way. Yeah. Do I have a business card?
You frequent here?
Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Walking without his cane today. That's a really good thing. Need to look up though. Yeah. He's been coming along, man, let me tell you. It's good to see him up here, brother. Yep, take care. Okay. There's some water on there. Ouais, ouais.
All right, I'll see you here tomorrow.
I'll walk that way. Yeah.
It's the good old British Empire. British Empire. Good old I'm fine. I got through my back.
So tonight is the dark of the moon. It's an ideal time for, there'll be no moon, and it's an ideal time for inner reflection. Supposedly it's a time when the veil between the worlds is thinnest. The worlds being the astral world, astral realms, and the physical plane. And so, let's see, today is the 22nd. And traditionally, this time would be, entering we can kind of see the character of the energy on the planet at this moment. The traditional holiday is what's called the cross-quarter day. It's the halfway point between the solstice and the equinox, where it's the lunar event closest to the beginning of November. And in this case, it would be, because today's the 22nd and the month ends on the 31st, that means that the full moon would be closest to the beginning of November. So that would be the highest point of the energy cycle. And what this means, the numerical halfway point would be between the 5th and 6th of November. And it's one of the highest tides of the year, both in terms of water and in terms of energy. And each one of these halfway points between the solstices and equinoxes has a different character to them, and traditionally was celebrated in different ways, but all with a very similar theme. There's usually a very sensual component having to do with some sort of mating. Some sort of aspect of mating, and in this case, the character of this part of the year has to do with, scorpionic energy, which is about divine communion through sexuality, death, transformation, rebirth, hidden knowledge, shared resources, power, immortality, reveling in the great mystery, and sharing out its secrets. One of the reasons why there's such an emphasis on death at this time is specifically because there's this thin barrier between the worlds, between the astral plane and the physical plane. And the Mexicans celebrate their Day of the Dead, where they would go into the graveyards and actually feast with those that have passed. And remembrance, invoke their names, and that sort of thing. So there's an element of facing fear at this time of year, and facing death, because there's in the Northern Hemisphere, it's understood that this is the beginning of winter, and that there are those that will not be here in the spring. And we're entering into the darkest time of the year, the next month. Next month and a half, next 45 days. So it's essentially 45 days till the winter solstice from that halfway point, the 5th of the night of the 5th and 6th of November. So because this is the beginning of that lunar cycle, we can already see that we are part of that. We're already in that energy field. Hello. Hi, what are you up to? Let's on this baby. So for the past several weeks, there's been all this focus on fear, between ISIS and Ebola, and Putin, and whatever. Everyone is got a serious focus on their relationship with fear. And in most cases, it has to do with fear of death and loss of security. And those are themes that are connected with Scorpio. And where we're at right now. We have Saturn is in Scorpio right now, and has been for the past more than a year. And wherever Saturn goes, it teaches us about our karmic lesson with regards to the energy field that it's in. In this case, it's in Scorpio, so it's teaching us about death, transformation, rebirth, and shared resources, and all that kind of stuff. And it's interesting how the world has had to work together on all these fronts. Hello. From Ebola to the whole ISIS thing and whatnot, countries have had to work together to confront their mutual existence and continued existence, the status quo, and so forth. because Scorpio is about shared resources, you know, and investments and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting that the stock market has been going kind of haywire as the world economies realize volatility. The volatile nature of its current circumstances, and you know, the slowdown of the Chinese economy and slowdown of the European economy compared to the relative strength of the American economy. But once again, is in a position of being the driver, but having to coordinate with, you know, the economic engine, American economy being the economic engine still of the world economy, and hoping there's a definite hope that the American economy can, you know, pull Europe out of its doldrums as it dips into a third recession. And hello. I guess what I'm saying is that all these themes that are happening in the world are essentially astronomical and astrological in nature.
Yeah, but like me,
Oh, well, looks like it's time to pack up. The sun's in that righteous spot. So you can see it was a pretty short show today. We got maybe a half an hour in. So probably gonna, just in time next week for our 100th show on Monday. We'll be moving it back to 4 o'clock. Granted, today I was like 15 minutes late. But I had a little setback on my new little project over here. My tests. I'll show you. So these are the new. Notice how shiny it is. Pretty cool, huh? Can you see how it's kind of bubbling up on the edge here? When I went to put the lacquer on, it bubbled up, and I got to figure out something about that. So I've got 20 of these, and I got to try to work out the system so that that's not happening. There's another one. That's my second. First one. This was the first test that I did. And see those bubbles in there? That's not good. So I gotta sleep on that one. And that just, I spent the afternoon painting all these and mounting them onto the boards. And then I did my first test with the lacquer and not good. So, gotta fix something out. gotta make a plan Z. So, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be starting earlier next week and closer to 4 o'clock on the West Coast. So that'll be 7 o'clock on the East Coast of North America. What else is happening? Today is Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. The eclipse is happening at 3 here, so that's like 6. It may already be sunset where you guys are, but right on the East Coast, it'll start happening. It'll be 50%. So if you have some glasses or welder's glass or something, you can watch that, or you can do the old paper in a hole in a piece of paper, technique to watch the moon pass almost exactly between the Earth and the Sun. So that'll be cool. And have good sleep tonight. Once again, great time to meditate. Try to remember your dreams. Good night for lucid dreams. Good night for astral projecting, I'm hoping. So make a big push tonight. Yeah, okay. Let's call that it for now. It's coming off my board. And yeah, let's do a moment of Zen. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Remember, we love you.